Hello, and welcome to Domesticated Me 2.0. I'm your host, Nay, and today's topic, I believe this is going to be for those that have been introduced to manifestation, vibration, positive vibes, affirmations. And in this today's world, who hasn't been at least introduced to it? But if this is your very first time hearing this, I'm going to tell you one thing right now. You didn't happenstance upon this video. So you might as well go ahead and watch it all the way through so you can hear some things that is going to be good for you. Now, for my other subset of friends, the friends that I run into every day or I talk to every day that actually have been introduced to the law of attraction, manifestation, or even if you were introduced to it as a domesticated Christian as your faith, what you gonna hold on to. I know some of you have been asking yourself this question. What is going on with me? Why can't I manifest things into my life? Well, I'm here to tell you, you are a direct representation of yourself. What is within is what is developing without. You are creating your world. So I know you're going to tell me right now, well, I am not creating my world because things aren't going right. I cannot pay my rent. I cannot pay my phone bill. My relationship is in the trash. And there's no way you're going to tell me that I'm doing that. Where I'm here to tell you that you are. When it comes to affirming things over our life, one of the things I find is that it's easy for us to say the affirmations every morning. It's easy for us to be repetitive in some of the things that we know, even some of the scriptures that we were taught. It's easy for us to be repetitive in saying them, but it's not easy for us to actually be doing them. Be intentional about feeling them, that we're already there. So if I tell you that you're representing to the world what you believe about yourself inside, can you just stop and think of what you're creating on your outer from what is happening on your inner? I think that you can. I'm not trying to tell you to ponder on that stuff. Whatever was in the past that you created, there's absolutely nothing you can do about that. And tomorrow will take care of itself as long as you are a bit more intentional. You know, you have a power that is within you. We all do. It's that spark of the great creator, the one that there's nothing that we can create that he can't do better. But we can create because the power is within us. To think, to create, the thing, you have to actually think it before it becomes a thing. I have to think this pen before it became a pen. So how did it manifest into a pen? What did the person do? Well, the person held on to their manifestation. They thought about the end result. None of the in between. How they were going to feel when their design came to pass. Now, I know you heard a lot of stars before tell you this, that they've always thought that they were going to be something special. They always thought. You even hear some people say, I knew I was going to be on this stage. I knew I was going to get a Grammy, right? So that is like the end, thinking of the end in mind instead of just meditating on the now. Now, this power, you can never lose this power. Although when we come in as babies, we begin to be domesticated, and the domestication begins to diminish the power because we're told things that limit our belief system. You can absolutely not lose the power. I don't care how old you are. But you can misuse it. And normally we're misusing it because we're not intentional. We're not intentional. The ultimate power is derived from love. That's where it comes from. Love, agape love, the infinite love that the Creator gives us. Now, a lot of us begin to meditate on money. And let me tell you why you shouldn't meditate on money itself. Because money is not power at all. Now, it can have a perceived power in the world, but it's not power. And so it can begin to hinder you and hinder your power if you focus on money. So just be careful with that. Don't seek money itself. Don't seek abundance itself. Let it draw unto you. Let it draw near to you. Don't go seeking it out. Remember, you can't worship the thing that you're waiting on. You got to continually worship the Creator. Whatever name you want to put on the Creator too. I'm going to tell you that. Domesticated Christian, God. But whatever name that you feel comfortable with putting on the Creator, the name doesn't matter. You're going to hear me say that a lot on this show because the name doesn't matter. That's one thing that I definitely learned. What are you conceiving yourself to be? Who are you? To you. Who are you representing yourself to be? And are you true to yourself and starting from within? But love, money, all of that is going to draw to you because of who you are. So your thoughts, you know the stuff that you sowed, you're not going to always recognize what you sowed. You're not going to always recognize the harvest. When it comes, you're going to miss it because you weren't intentional with creating it in the first place. So you miss it. You miss the blessing. The one thing you don't miss is devastation. You recognize devastation in your life, but you don't want to take credit for it. You don't want to take credit for your bank account. You don't want to take credit for your love life. You don't want to take credit for anything that is hurtful to you. If you want to blame that on an outside source, but I'm here to tell you, that's you too. It's you. You drew it unto you. Thought process, meditating, your affirmations over yourself. The difficulties you having on your job, you affirm that. After you said your daily affirmations that sounded so good and you got in the car and you were driving down the highway talking about your boss, that's when you affirm the real thing that you wanted to show up. Be faithful to your creation. Keep affirming over yourself what you have sown. Don't go opposite. Don't go opposite. So if you say you want your bank account to remain at $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 in your savings, then you have to have a $3,000 mindset. You can't have a broke mindset. You can't run around telling people you're broke. You can't run around feeling broke. If you got a nickel in your pocket, you're rich. And that shiny nickel should bring something out in you that will multiply that nickel and multiply that nickel over and over again. And until your desire, your creation of the dollars or the decimal points in your bank account has changed. Until you have drawn unto you the type of relationship you want, who you see yourself as. You're worthy. You're lovable. You're beautiful. When you really begin to see yourself as all these things, you're able to manifest in abundance, draw all these things unto you, be living in joy and in peace at all times. So when I tell you, I just want to remind you just of a few things. I'm going to take a look at my little notes here so I won't forget. What are you conceiving yourself to be? Like, who are you? To you. Forget about And then I want you to be selective within, just as selective within as you are without, like in the world. Now, just imagine you're at a restaurant, okay? And you order something off the menu, but what comes out of the kitchen is something totally different. You order spaghetti and meatballs and you get the lasagna. What's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to call the waitress over and be like, that's not what I ordered. And you're going to send it back. So be that selective in your thoughts and what's inside. If it's something that does not line up, it is a limiting belief to the thing that you're looking for, send it back. Send it back. Don't keep pondering on it. Go ahead and send it back, my good friends. Just send it back. And the other thing that I want to remind you of that I said during this particular episode is be faithful to your creation. Be faithful to it. Once you've created it, keep affirming the positive over it. Live in that thing. Walk in that thing. Begin to do it. I told somebody the other day, they said, well, I'm waiting on my new room. And I was like, well, what is something that you can buy that says that you've already received your new room? Like, go get it. You know, build up some excitement. Stop saying that you got to give yourself time. Realize and recognize that you are literally, once you sowing, that your harvest is coming in. Now, whether you want to sow something good in your life or something bad in your life or mediocre or whatever the case may be, it's up to you, my good peeps. It's really up to you. Now, that is all I got for you today. You know, I like to keep these things short. That way we can talk. Hey, get in the comments and tell me, what are you affirming over your life for real, for real? Are you representing who your inner peace is for real, for real? Are you truly monitoring and paying attention with intent to your affirmations throughout the day? For real, for real? Get in the comments and tell me how we can do this together. Let's dialogue and make this a twofer. I need some tips. The other thing that I would love for you to do is, I would love for you to like this video. Go ahead and subscribe, please. If you like it, we're going to go through a whole journey together. We're going to take this together. We're going to manifest together. And we're going to celebrate together. How about that? Because we're going to be encouraged every step of the way. We're motivated, encouraging, inspirational content right here on Domesticated Me 2.0. And you guys know what I want you to do. I want you to make it a great day out there, because it's a great day to make it a great day. Blessings, my good peeps. Blessings.